Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to take off from where we left tomorrow. That is, we left at Python strings, and from today we will start from Python booleans. So currently we are revising all the Python basics for learning robotics, computer vision, and other AI related stuff. Okay, we like I personally come from the JavaScript background, so I have done very little coding in Python, and that's why I want to refresh my Python skills. I have some experience in Python, but not uh, that good that I'm able to understand every code which is written in Python. So let's start with the Python booleans. We had done till Python strings. And hello everyone who was watching. Please hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for watching. So we will come to Python booleans. Now booleans represent one of the two values, true or false. It is the same as in JavaScript, so we can have true or false, but here the true or false is written like T capital and then true and F capital in that way. Okay, now we can evaluate the values in the variables. So the bool function allows you to evaluate any value and give you a true or false. Now most values are true in Boolean in Python. Only the values which are empty or zero, that is a falsy value. For example, if we have an empty string, or if we have the value zero, or we have a empty list, then that is a falsy value in Python. Otherwise, rest all are to the values. Now functions can also return a boolean. So let's see an example of this. So here is a function which is returning a true the value. So functions can return true or false. And if we run this, okay, we have not saved the file. Let's save the file and run this, and you can see that we are getting a true the value. Now you can directly use this function and check it to get a result. So we can directly say if my function this like this. Okay, and if that is true, we can print something. Say print this is truly, or this returns something. Okay, and if you run this, you can say that we are getting this is truly. So you can directly check the values of function if it is returning a Boolean value. Now Python has many built-in functions that return a Boolean value like isInstance. So isInstance is a very interesting function in Python. So it allows you to check whether a element is of a certain data type or not. For example, let's take this example like this, and you can see that we can check whether the data type of X is int or not. So print isInstance will give a true or false. In this case, it will give a true if, for example, if we change this to string, let me just show you the result first. So you can see that we have got a true, and if I change this to a string, then it should give me false, like this. Now let's come on to Python operators. Operators are used to perform operations on variables and values. And there are different type of operators in Python as well. For example, arithmetic operators, assignment, comparison, logical, identity, membership, bitwise, and finally we'll see the operator precedence. Now, arithmetic operators are the basic operators which we all know: plus, minus, equal to, multiplication, divide. Okay, so arithmetic operators we'll write here so that we will have this file as a reference. So arithmetic operators are basically the all the operators: plus, minus, uh, as I told you, plus, minus, divide, multiplication, and these stuff. Then we have the assignment operators. So we have the assignment operators. So these are basically equal to, not equal to, some, sorry, equal to, not equal to, and other stuff like that, minus equal to, plus equal to. So those kind of operators are assignment operators. Then we have the comparison operators, which is like double equal to. So we can have comparison operators, and these are like double equal to. Okay, not equal. This is not a assignment operator. This is a assignment operator. In assignment operator, we can have something like plus equal to, minus equal to, and stuff like that. In comparison operators, we can have whether it is equal to. Basically, we're comparing two things, comparison operators. So double equal to, or not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than, equal to. These things are comparison operators. Now let's come to logical operators. Logical operators are and or not. Logical operators, same in any programming language. So these are and, or, not. Okay, and it can be used to combine conditional statements. So if this and this, so we can use logical operators there. Now this is an interesting operator, the identity operator. Identity operators are used to compare the objects, not if they are equal, but if they are actually the same object with the same memory location. Okay, so let's understand this with an example. So here we give an example. Now x is equal to a list which contains two elements. Y is another list which contains the same elements. So basically x and y are equal. Okay. Now z equal to x. Now let's see which of them are the same objects at the same memory location and which of them are not. So if I say x is z, so that will tell that okay, they are actually the same objects. Now if I check if x is y, so no, although they are equal, their contents are exactly the same, but they are not the same object. They are two different objects at different memory locations. So x and y are different memory locations. But if we check whether they're equal, yes, of course they are equal. So let's run this and let's see the result. I'll comment all of this out so that, yeah, let's comment this much out. Now if I print this, you can see true, false, true. So x is z, yes, that is true. X and z refer to the same object in the same memory location. X is y, no, they don't refer to the same object. But is x equal to y? Yes, they are equal to y. So that is identity operators in Python. That is identity operators in Python. Okay, is and is not. Now let's come on to the membership operators. Whether something is a member or whether it is a present in that object or not. We have already seen the membership operators where in the where when we were learning the strings. So we did something like if a substring is present in that string or not. So basically here we had defined a string A and we were checking that whether this particular substring is present in the substring in the string A or not. So yes, of course it is present. So this will return a true, and XYZ is not present in this particular text, so it will return a false. So in and not in are membership operators, and it can be used to check not only the strings but also list, the elements in the list, and certain other things. Now let's come on to the bitwise operator. So bitwise operators are used to compare binary numbers. So basically the and or not. So these are the bitwise operators. So after identity, we had membership, membership operator, that is in and not in. Then we have the bitwise operators, which are used to compare the binary numbers. Bitwise operator. This is and, or, not, sorry, XOR, not, stuff like that. Now we have something known as operator precedence. So if we are using multiple operators, then which operator will be executed first and which operator will be executed next? Uh, that is known as operator precedence. So let's see what is the operator precedence in Python. So it is pretty much same in most of the languages with a few variations. So let's see what is the precedence order in Python. So it starts with parenthesis. The parenthesis will always be executed first. After that, the exponentiation. After that, the unary plus and minus. So this, sorry, so plus x, minus x, something like this. Then we have the arithmetic operators. So arithmetic operators. After that, we have the bitwise operator. Then we have the all the rest of the operators. So rest. And at the end, we have the logical operators. Okay. Now, in the arithmetic operators, of course, we follow that rule that where we have the highest order of preference is of multiplication, then division and subtraction and minus is at the bottom. Okay, so that is the precedence of arithmetic operators. Now, if two operators of the same precedence is used together, for example, if multiplication and division have the same precedence, and if we write something like 2 multiplied by 3 divided by 4. Now, the execution will happen from left towards the right. Okay, so left to right evaluation will be done. So first the multiplication will be evaluated, then the division will be evaluated. And if we write something like this, so first the division will be operated and then the multiplication will be operated. And I actually we should test this. So if I say print and if we write this, so let's see what we get as the value. We are getting 2.6. So basically the division is happening first. So 2 by 3 into 4. So we should get something 8 by 3. 8 by 3 is 2.66. That is perfect. Exactly correct. Now if I say print 2 multiplication 3 by 4. Now, first we will get 6 divided by 4. That means we should get 1.25. So let's see whether we are getting that value or not. Yeah, 1.5 or whatever. So 1.5. So uh, this is what is this is how the operators are evaluated in Python. Now let's come on to lists. Lists in Python. So lists are used to store multiple items in a single variable. Now, lists are one of the four built-in data types in Python used to store collections of data And so there are four built-in data types in Python, which is used to store a collection of data. List is one of them, and the other three are tuple, dictionary, and set. So we'll write here. There are four built-in data types. Built-in data types which store a collection of objects. Okay, so they are lists, dictionary, set, and tuple. Okay, right now we are looking at lists. Now, the syntax of list is pretty much similar to the arrays in JavaScript, and mostly the behavior is also the same. So this is how you create a list. Just use a square bracket and put the elements in it. Now the lists are ordered. Basically, they have indices, and it starts from 0, 1, and 2. So apple will be 0, banana will be 1, and cherry will be 2. So they are ordered. They are changeable, so we can just do like this list 1, and we can change the value of banana to something else. So they are changeable, and then it allows duplicates. Okay, so we can have apple, banana, cherry, and apple again as another element of the list. That is perfectly fine. Now, we can determine the length of the list using the len function. So we can say print, then we don't have in JavaScript we used to do this list dot len, something like that, like this. But in Python it doesn't work like that. In Python you have to use the len function and pass your list as a argument like this. And when you will run this, we will get the length of the list. Now the data type of the list can be anything, so we can have all string or numbers or booleans, or we can mix and match, so we can have one string, one number, one boolean, two numbers, one string, anything we can have in the list as the elements. We can use we can use the data type to find the data type of a list, and list has a list. From the Python's perspective, lists are defined as objects with the data type list. So basically, this is an object which is defined as a data type list. So what does this mean? That if I check the type of this list and if I print this, you can see that we will get class list. So this is an object with the data type of list, the built-in data type which is of Python. Now we can also use the list constructor to create a list. So we can use the list constructor. Let's see how to do that. So we can say this list is equal to list. We are using the list constructor here to create a list. This will be the same list which we have created in this method. So they are basically just two methods of creating the list. It will be more clear if I say this list one like this. Now if you see, so we are getting apple, banana, cherry, same as the this list. So this is another way how we can create lists. Now how to access the list item? It is very simple. You just have to put the square bracket and put the index number of the element which you want to access. For example, if I do 1, I'll get banana, 0, 1, 2. So if I say this list 1, I should get banana. We can also use negative indexing as we had seen in strings, because strings are also a form of list, like they have all the properties of lists in Python. So what we can do, we can have a negative number here, and we will be able to hit on cherry like this. So this is -1, this is -2, -3, and it goes on like that. Now we can also specify a range of values using the colon operator, like the way we used to do in strings. Let me just show you how to do that. So if I paste this here like this, and if I say list 2 to 3, okay. So what will happen? As we already know that this is inclusive and this is exclusive. So 0, 1, 2. So we will get cherry. Then so in this case we will just get cherry. So let's make it 2 to 5. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, cherry is number 2, then 3 and 4, and 5 is exclusive, so 5 will not be counted. So only 2, 3 and 4, in the elements at 2, 3 and 4 index will be uh, printed on the terminal. So we can check this. If I run this file, you can see that we are getting cherry, orange and kiwi, cherry, orange and kiwi, 2, 3 and 4. Now Now this, when we specify the range, a new list is created from the older list. Okay. We can also leave out the start value as we had done in the strings. We can also leave out the end value. Thank you so much, Vansh. Thank you so much. Please hit the subscribe button if you're liking the live stream, and we are learning Python here. For if you had been following, you would already know. Yeah, I'm making it after a very long time. I had been busy. I mentioned the reasons in my previous live stream, but I hope you will see more regular content from me from now on onwards. I guess I'll try to do that. Okay, so yeah, so we can leave out the starting value, and then this will get the elements from the beginning, and if we leave out the ending value, we will go till the end of the list. Now we can use the membership operator or the in operator to check whether an item is in that particular list or not. So for example, we if I do this like here, so and if I run this file, you can see yes, apple is in the fruits list. So we can use the in operator to find a particular element in a particular list. Now let's see how we can change the list item. So it is again pretty much same as what how we do in JavaScript. So we can just target the particular element by using its index, and that element will be changed. So here we are doing one blackcurrant, so banana will be changed to blackcurrant. As simple as that. Change a range of item values. Okay, so this is interesting. This list is equal to uh, if like I have a list, and if I want to change a range of item, that is also possible. So for example, if I want to change both banana and cherry, what I can do, I can select the range from here. So this is 1, 2, 3 will be exclusive, so we have to go till 3. So here we will say 1, 3. Okay, two elements are getting selected. Remember that. This has been confusing for me many times, because when I see, I just have to Google it back again. Okay, how does it actually work? So first number is inclusive and the second number is exclusive. So it starts from banana Then cherry number index number 3 will not be targeted. So banana and cherry we have selected here. And if we want to change the values, we have to specify another fruit, say watermelon, or we could have done any number or something like that. And we have to create a list here as well. And this will change the range of items. So this will change uh, like banana and cherry to blackcurrant and watermelon. So here I will say print this list, and let's see what we get. So apple, blackcurrant, watermelon. Okay, why this? Because okay, so this, so it was this list one. So we are checking in this particular list. Here is this list. Apple, banana and cherry has been changed to blackcurrant and watermelon. If I do this list one and this list one here, you will see all the values. Apple, blackcurrant, watermelon, and rest of the items remains same. Now we can also insert items in the list using a insert method. Okay, so to insert the items in the list, we can use the insert method. So how do we use that? How do we use that? So we can just say this list dot insert, then we have to specify the index number, and then we have to specify what do we want to insert. So this list, this is the list, and add the index number 2, so 0 1 2. So here now, where exactly it will get entered, we will see. We can enter watermelon. Now let's run this file to see what we get. Yes, bro, I live in India. Okay, so it gets entered to the left of the index number which we have mentioned. So if I have mentioned 2, basically 0, 1, 2, so to the left of the index which has been mentioned, there the element will get entered. Okay, we can write that so that we will have that reference. Items get inserted to the left. Add list items. So we can add list items to the end of the list using the append method. So we can say, I'll just remove this list one reference so that you don't get confused. Okay, or rather we will just comment it out. Yeah, so this is our list on which we are working now. So we can say this list dot append, and here we can enter something, for example grapes, like this. And now if I print the list, we will have the element at the end, cherry and grapes. Okay, we can extend. There is also a method known as extend method, which you can use to combine two uh, lists. So here is the example. So we have this list. Okay, this list we already have, so we will remove this. So I have another list named tropical, and it contains mango, pineapple, and papaya. So I can do this list dot extend tropical. So this tropical will be added to the end of the current this list. Okay. No, thank you so much, Vansh. Actually, this is my second live stream. I have never done live stream before, so probably I'll improve upon the pace and how I'm explaining, and and the reason for me being slow is also that I assume that whosoever is watching is a complete beginner. So probably I try to explain everything in great depth. We can increase the pace, but that is a very uh, good point. But things like this should be done quick, right? Probably, yes, you're right. Because yes, I'm making I'd like the purpose of doing this live stream is probably Python for JavaScript developers. So a lot of coding principles they already know, so I can just rush through all of the items. Yeah, so that is a very good point which you have said, and I'll try to incorporate that. And the reason why I'm doing this live at this time is because this is the time which I get. So it's not about whether someone is watching or not. I am practicing on my skills of doing this live, and I'm personally also want to revise Python so that I can do some computer vision and robotics related stuff which I plan to do this year. So that is the reason why I'm doing it live at this particular time. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for the interactions. Okay, so yeah, so this is how you use the extend function. Now we can also add any other iterable to the list using the extend function. So the extend method does not have to append lists. You can add any iterable object, tuples, sets, dictionaries, basically all the three items, all these three kind of data types can also be added to a list using the extend function. And here is the example. Okay, so apple, banana, cherry, kiwi, orange. This list dot extend this tuple. So basically, this tuple will get extended beyond this list. Great, great. Thank you so much for following. And I really, this is one of my major goals this year that I'll be learning AI and ML heavily. Like not the basic Gen AI, the buzz stuff which is going all around. So that I'm already working on, but the deep machine learning, computer vision, how to train models and stuff like that. So that is one of my major goals this year. And thank you so much, Vansh, for following me till now. Good night. Good night. See you, bro. Okay, so this list dot extend this tuple. Okay, so using the extend method, we can uh, insert tuples, dictionaries, sets, etc. other things as well into the list. So you can see now we should have kiwi and orange as well to our this list. Okay, so let's see that, and yeah, you can see that sorry we have the banana, apple, banana, cherry, kiwi, and orange. Now the reason why uh, thank you so much, Vansh. Thank you so much. Yeah, so the reason why we did not get kiwi and orange after banana and after pineapple and papaya, that is what which we need to see, because as I believe, so basically this list, if when we use dot extend, then this list has changed. Okay, we have redefined the this list. That's why we can delete it from here. And now if I run it, you can see that kiwi and orange have been added to the list. Now, how to remove the list item? We can remove the specified item using the remove keyword. So if I say this list dot remove something, it will remove the item from the list. So here you can see this list dot remove banana. So out of this list, banana should be gone. And you can see that. Great. So basically, the remove function removes the first occurrence of banana. So if we had banana multiple times in the list, that would not remove banana from every element or every place. It will just remove the first occurrence. Okay, we can use the pop method. Now, pop method exists in JavaScript as well. So pop method can be used to remove the specified index. So we can use, for example, this list dot pop and followed by an index number like this. And for example, if I say 3 here, so 0, 1, 2, 3 grapes should be removed from the list. Let's see. Yeah, pop method. So this is the pop method, and you can see that the grapes is gone. So we can specify the index, and if we don't specify the index, then the pop method will remove the last item. So if I remove the index from here, then orange would be gone. As you can see, grapes, the orange is gone. So when we have not mentioned any index in the list, then it pops out the last element. Now the delete keyword del keyword also removes the specified index. Okay, and the del keyword can also delete the list completely. So we can use del this list to just delete the complete list, or we can use this list followed by a specific index number, say 3, to delete that particular element from the list. Then we can use the clear method to clear all the elements of the list. So basically, this will not delete the entire list, but it will delete all the elements from this particular list. And that completes how we remove the list items. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel if you're coming here for the first time. We are revising the Python basics and we are using the W3 Schools curriculum for that. So stay tuned and tell me if you're enjoying the live stream or if something which I'm not doing correct, because I'm just this is my second live stream of my life, so I don't know how I'm doing. So one comment will really give me a great push and it will boost my morale that whether what I'm telling is understandable by you guys or not, and in general, how am I doing? Okay, next let's go to loop through a list. So you can loop through a list items by using a for loop. So the way, thank you so much, thank you so much. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but Peekaboo Rhymes. I don't know what your name is. Definitely there's this alias which you're using. So Peekaboo Rhymes, thank you so much. Now, how do you use the for loop? Now, we have already used for loop in while we were understanding strings. So there are multiple ways you can use for loop in Python. So one example is like this: for x in this list. So x is the iterable. We can just use the keyword in and we can write the name of the list and we can iterate through all the elements. So I'll just comment these things out because these things will delete or clear the list, which I don't want to do. And now if I run, you can see that we have got all the elements of the list. Okay, now let's loop through the index numbers. So you can loop through the list items by referring to the index number. you use the range and the len function to create a suitable iterable. Okay, so if I don't know the elements or if I don't want to access like this, if I want to hit on to the element number, we can do that. For that, we have to use the len function to create a correct iterable. So we can do something like this. For I in range, len of this list. So this will iterate through all the elements. And if I want to iterate through some particular range, so what we can do, we can just like specify like this 2 to 5, something like this, and probably only the second to fourth index number will be printed on the screen. Let's see whether it works or not. Okay, so what I mean by the title of the live stream is like if you have although I'm explaining in great detail, but I am also skipping through few of the concepts which I think is very very obvious to someone who has done programming before, because I am doing the live stream for myself, probably like that is the main agenda, that I refresh my Python concepts, and all those who are watching with me like you guys should come along with me. So that is the whole idea, and that's why I have told that, because I have good I know the concepts of JavaScript, so it is a bit easier for me to understand a lot of concepts of Python. If you if you understand the general coding concepts, probably you will be able to comprehend what I am saying and the way I am explaining. Whether I'm right, Adonis? Like, uh, so that is why I have given the title as Learn Python for JavaScript Developers. So that I'm mainly focusing on the nuances which only Python has. For example, this len function, we don't use it like this in JavaScript. If you even if you have beginner, you would have used that dot length function, right? Dot length method. So here we don't use the dot notation. Then we use the indentation in Python. We use the colons in Python, the this kind of ranges in Python. So these things which I'm trying to understand and which I'm trying to make you guys understand. Thank you so much, Adonis. Thank you so much. If you guys have any doubt, please ask the question. I'll definitely clarify it. Yeah, Peekaboo rhymes. If you, even if you have clarity about Java, still you will be able to follow through whatever I'm saying. Like Python is one of the simplest language. So if you are coming from any programming language, you just have to learn the syntax, and even if you will sit with me, just keep watching the live stream, you will learn a lot of Python, because most of the coding will be done is being done through AI agents, of course. So you will use ChatGPT to generate the code, you'll use some Cloud Code or Windsurf to do the coding for you, but you should be in a position to properly understand the code, debug it, make some changes in that. So we will do those sessions as well, but before that, we should have a fair understanding of what are the different Pythonic things. And one more reason why it is important to revise the basics, the pure basics of Python, is that there are so many libraries in Python. So once you get into the robotics AI side, ML side, so you have to learn Panda, NumPy, Matplotlib, and many other things. Now, at a point will come, like if you're just vibe coding or generating code from ChatGPT, and if you don't know Python well, or if you don't understand it properly, a time will come when you will not know that whether this method is a built-in Python method or this method is coming from a library. Now, why this matters is, for example, now sometimes the AI gives random code. Now there are multiple ways to do a same thing in Python. So sometimes it gives you the code using a built-in method. Sometimes it uses the library to give to generate that same to solve that same particular problem. In that case, if you know that okay, this is the built-in Python thing, and here I should use this. This is coming from library, and here I should use this. So that makes the debugging process a bit easier, and it is one of the like many advantages that you have once you have the command over language, once you understand the nuances of the language. So, Peekaboo Rhymes, uh, are you getting the way I'm explaining and stuff like that? Are you able to get a hang of Python? And why are you here, guys? Like, why are you learning Python, or why are you looking at a Python live stream? What are your plans? Say, like, you want to do something in AI, you want to be a web developer, like backend developer, Python backend developer through Django or Flask or Fast API, something like that. So, why are you guys interested in learning Python? Please let me know in the chat. Please let me know in the chat. Oh, YouTube recommended this live stream. So how are you finding it? Are you finding it good? Okay, so let's see what we get here if I run this file. Okay, you can see we are getting apple, watermelon, and cherry. So basically all the items from 2 to 5. So 2, 3, 4. 5 is of course exclusive. Thank you, Adonis. Thank you so much for interacting. Like these kind of chats really makes the motivation high and makes my energy high. So please like the stream. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed. And please, if you have any questions, just drop it in the chat box, and I'll love to answer that. Okay, now next is using the while loop. You can loop through the list using the while loop. Now, while loop pretty similar in every programming language. So this is the syntax for the while loop. So while, then condition, and then we have an iterator so that it misses the condition and we come out of the while loop. So while I is less than len this list, print this list I is equal to I plus 1. This is how you use the while loop. Looping list using list comprehension. Yes, this is an important thing in Python. Like many a times it is very confusing to understand this, and this is a great shorthand in Python which is used many times. List comprehension. So let's understand this properly. List comprehension offers the shortest syntax for looping through lists. Great. So how do we use the list syntax? List comprehension syntax like this. So we create a list, and inside this, I'm saying print x for x in this list. All the items of this list will get printed. Now it will take some time to get a hang of this particular syntax. Like it took me a while to understand and process this syntax because I have not seen the syntax in any of the programming languages whichever I have learned. So this was something which took me some time to understand properly. So, but this is a really good syntax, and this is used like a lot of times where you want to run some loops or you want to do a nested loop. So this is the way you do it in Python. So you create a list, and then inside the list run an operation and specify on what particular list you want to do that particular operation. So this is the list comprehension. Now let's dive into list comprehension in more detail. List comprehension offers a shorter syntax when you want to create a new list based on the values of an existing list. So example, based on a list of fruits, you want a new list containing only the fruits with letter A in the name. Okay, without list comprehension, you will have to write a for statement with a conditional test inside. Yes, this is how we write code. So did you understand the problem? So if you have a list of fruits and you want a new list containing the fruits with the letter A in the name. Okay, so let's see how we would do generally. Let's define the new list first. Okay, so new list, we have created a new blank list. Now for x and fruits, we are running a for loop, and now we are checking if A exists in A, then in the new list, append that particular item. Okay, so this is the same way we do it in any programming language. Okay, now using list comprehension, what we can do, we can just say this, and this is amazing. This is brilliant. New list is equal to a list, and for that matter, we don't even need to like declare that particular variable. We can just say new list x for x and fruits if a in x. Well, we will discuss that later. Like you can drop a chat on the video later, or you can reach on to my Instagram. We can talk about that. But right now, today we'll focus only on the topic. If you have any questions related to the topic, then we can discuss about that. Otherwise, I plan to finish the uh, quite some few topics today. So that's a long topic because in that we need to know what preferences you have, what do you exactly like, and uh, what exactly you want to do. So that makes, and probably I'm not the best person who can advise that, but still I'll try to, so we can connect later on that, on your question. Okay, so yeah, so using the list comprehension, we can just create a list, and inside this we will say X. So X is the item. So new list. So what does the syntax mean is new list is equal to X. Now for X in fruits, so X in fruits. So here is the for loop. We are using the membership operator here. So for X in fruits, and we are specifying a condition if A in X. If A in X. So as I told you, this syntax will take some time, take a bit to so that you will be able to use that this particular syntax, but this is powerful. Okay, so instead of building a complete loop in one line, you are declaring a new list which has all the elements of the earlier list. Sorry, it should not be fruits here because we have not declared fruit. We have declared this list like this. Yeah. So all the elements of this list which has A in it. So this is how you use the list comprehension. And here is the exact syntax for list comprehension. So this is the syntax. New list expression for an item in an iterable and if condition equal to true. So here is the expression for the item in iterable and here is the condition. The iterable can be any iterable object like a list or a tuple, so or a set. So we can you can use the list comprehension in any particular case. For example, if you have a list or a tuple or a set or a dictionary, you can do that. Okay. Now let's come on to sorting the list. So how to sort the list alphanumerically? List objects have a sort method that will sort the list alphanumerically ascending by default. So if you use the sort method, so I can use print this list dot sort and it will sort all the elements of this list in a alphanumeric manner. So let's see what it does to my list. Okay, so it says none. What did we do wrong? Okay, so this is now not how you use sort. Again, this is the difference from JavaScript. In JavaScript, we could have done this and it would have been perfectly fine. We could have just done console.log, and inside this, we could have run the function. But in Python, you have to first use the sort function outside and then print the list. And this should work. Yeah, now you can see apple, cherry, grapes, A, C, G, K, M, P, P, and W. So this is how you can uh, do the alphanumeric sorting using the sort method. Now, if you want to sort in a descending order, you can pass a parameter reverse, and that will sort the list in a descending manner, like this. And now, watermelon, pineapple, papaya, mango, okay, and apple is at the last. Okay. Some, yeah, watermelon, pineapple, papaya, mangoes. Yeah, great. Okay, after that, we can also customize the sort function. You can also customize your own function by using the keyword argument key equal to function. This function will return a number that will be used to sort the list, the lowest number first. Great, this is interesting. So let's see how we can do that. So if we have, say, numbers in my list, probably it can be done for all data types, but let's take an example with number as elements for simplicity. And now if I do this list dot sort and we provide a key to it. Okay, so we did this list dot sort and then we provided a key myfunc to it. Now we have to define myfunc. So let's define myfunc as this. So myfunc n and absolute value of n minus 50. And if we print this list, so what should we get? What will we get? Let's see. Print this list. Okay. Now let's see what do we get. 50, 65, 23. Okay, so when we send the key equal to myfunc, what happens is each element of this particular list is being taken as an argument in myfunc. Okay, so n equals to 100 first, then n equals to 50, then n equals to 65, 82, and 23. Now we take the absolute value of n minus 50. So what happens? First 100 goes. 100 minus 50, 50. Okay. Now next 50 goes. 50 minus 50, 0. Then 65 goes. 65 minus 50, 60 minus is 15. Okay. So basically this evaluates to values like, I'll show you. 50. Next is 0. Next is 15. Then we do 82 minus 50, that is 32. And 23 minus 50 is minus 27. Yes, minus 27. So this gets evaluated to this, and this is now sorted. So basically minus 27 will come at first, minus 27. So basically 23 should come at first. After that we should get 0. So we should get 50 after that. After that we should get 15, 65. Okay, sorry. We will not get minus 27 here because we are using absolute. Yeah, that is what I was missing. Sorry. So this will get evaluated through these numbers. And now 0, 15, 27. So 0 is 50, 50, 15 is 65, 65, 27 is 23. So 23, 32, 82. 82 and 100. This is how it is being sorted, and it is incredibly powerful. I will explain this once again. So we can customize the sort function using a key in as the argument in the sort function. Now when we use the key, we have to set it equal to a function, and in the function definition we take a parameter. This parameter is equal to each element of this particular array. So what is happening here? Once we say key is equal to myfunc, 100 goes here, then 50 goes here, 65, 82, 23, all of them goes there, and this particular list is evaluated into this. How? 100 minus 50 is 50, 50 minus 50 is 0, 65 minus 50, 15, 32, 27. Now this particular list is sorted and the corresponding elements are placed. So in this, first element should be 0. So 0 corresponds to 50. So here we are getting 50. Then 65. Then 15 is 65, then 27, which is 23, so 23, 82. I hope I am able to make sense. If you're understanding, please say yes in the chat box. Please say yes that whether you knew this concept or not, and if you didn't know, then whether you understood this or not. Please tell me in the chat box. Case insensitive sort. So by default, the sort method is case sensitive, resulting in all capital letters being sorted before lowercase letters. Okay, the default sort method is case sensitive, resulting in all capital letters being sorted before the lowercase letters. This is interesting. Great, great, Adonis. And thank you so much for staying till this time. Thank you so much that you're liking the stream. Okay, so this is this list: banana, orange, kiwi, cherry. Now O and K are capital. So the sort method is case sensitive in Python. So basically the capital letters will be sorted first and then the uppercase letters will be sorted first and then the lowercase letters. Let's see that in action. As you can see, kiwi orange, then banana cherry. So if you want a case insensitive sort function, use a str.lower function as a key function. Okay, this is another great application of customizing the sort function. So what we can do is, if we don't want this kind of sort to happen, like I don't want the uppercase elements to come first and then the lowercase elements. I want my sort to be case insensitive. Then what we can do is we can specify a key parameter, and here we can say uh, str dot lower, like this. And now when it will be sorted, you can see that the sort is case insensitive. What if you want to reverse the order of a list regardless of the alphabet? The current sorting order of the element. Okay, so if you want to reverse the sort, so we can use the reverse method. So we can just say this list dot reverse, and it will reverse the current sorted way. Okay, so I explain what I mean by this. So reverse works on the last sorted uh, array. So here we had used the str.lower to perform a case insensitive sort. So that's why when we used reverse, it has reversed in the exact opposite order. If we would not have used this key, in that case, see what we would have got. So the uppercase letters comes first, banana, cherry after that, and the reverse has been performed in exactly the same order. So that is how we use reverse. Now let's see how we can copy the list in Python. You cannot copy a list simply by typing list2 equal to list1 because list2 will only be a reference to list1. This is important to understand. If probably if you know, that's great, but otherwise it's important to understand. So changes made in list1 will great, great. See you, Ernest. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being there in the live stream. I hope you have subscribed to the channel. And please, whenever I will generally do live streams at this time. So if you're available, do come for the streams. Thank you so much. Okay. So, uh, So I was saying that you cannot copy a list simply by typing list2 equal to list1 because list2 will only be a reference to list1 and changes made in list1 will automatically also be made in list2. What does this mean? So if I do my list is equal to this list, okay, and if I do my list dot clear, this will clear this list too. So if I perform any operation on my list, the same operation will be performed on this list too. This is because my list and this list refers to the same object in the memory. So the memory pointer of my list is just referring to the location of this list. They are not two different objects, or they are not two different lists. They are just the same list by two different names. So I'll show this to you in action. So we can say print and we can do this list like this. And now if I run, you can see that even this list is now cleared. Okay, so the way to duplicate a list is using the copy method. So we have to do this list dot copy like this. Now if I do my list dot clear, now let's print the my list a few times so that you will get to know what's happening. So I'll do print my list. Then we can do it here as well. And if I do, you can see that here we are getting the my list. After that, the my list is cleared. So again, this is the cleared my list, and this list remains same because we have performed a deep copy of this list. Okay. We can use the slice operator to make a copy of the particular list. So we, instead of using the copy method, we can also say, if you want to use the slice operator, we can use the range, and if we don't provide the range, the complete list will get copied. So I'll show you how we can do that. So I can also say my list is equal to this list, and we can use this operator here. Okay, and we get, and if we print the my list, let's see what we get. You can see that the my list has been copied, and in this we can also specify the range. For example, if I want to copy only banana and orange, so I would say 1 0 1 2 3. So 1 2 3 1 2 3, and this will copy these many elements into my list, say banana and orange. Now we can join the two list using many ways. One of the simplest method is to use the plus operator. So if I have, for example, list 1 and list 2 like this, so we can just create a list 3 is equal to list 1 plus list 2 like this. And if we print the list 3, if we print the list 3, we should get ABC123. ABC123. Yeah, that's great. We can also use the append function. We can also use the extend function, which we have already learned earlier. Okay, so instead of the plus operator, we can also do list one dot append and do a loop comprehension or a for loop, or and we can also do list one dot extend and write list two. Okay. So by far we have covered almost all of the built-in methods which you can use with list. For example, append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse, sort, etc. So that's it. And great. Today we have completed the lists in Python, and I think it's time we should call this off from, and tomorrow we will move on to tuples, sets, dictionaries, if else, etc. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed the live stream. Thank you so much for watching, those who are watching live, and thank you so much those who are watching after this live has ended. The recording will be there on YouTube. Thank you so much, and please subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. Please like the channel. Thank you so much once again. See you. Take care. Bye bye.